What is up, my Squirtle It is I, your King. Welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon White. In the last episode, we got here to Drift Vale City. Explored around the town, grabbed all sorts of items, stopped over at the market, did our very first triple battle in the game. And in this episode, after being tasked by the gym leader here to go and search for Team Plasma, we are going to be heading south because this is really the only part of town that we haven't yet explored. So let's head on down this way. And I think I might have pulled my dowsing machine out a little bit too early because there is actually some grass in here. So I am going to need to put out a repel, but I guess I don't need to right now. Anyway, after this battle is done, I do actually have a single new Pokemon that I need to talk about that you can find in this area, but we'll do that once this battle is over. Let's just keep using Crush, like I said, trying to get to about level 34. Now I have Smackdown for this as opposed to Ancient Power, which should hopefully be able to one-shot these things. Same type attack bonus and whatnot. So there we go. Beautiful. That's what I love to see. Didn't let that Whirlipede get its Iron Defense off. And then we got a Carablast, which is a Pokemon we've never seen before. One of the more interesting Pokemon in Generation 5, and unfortunately one that I really wish I could use in this playthrough, but due to the nature of how it evolves, I cannot. Super interesting Pokemon, though, and I can't wait to discuss it later once we actually get to the route where they can be caught. All right, but let's discuss the one Pokemon that can be caught here in the cold storage area, and that is Vanillite. Vanillite is a pure Ice-type Pokemon that evolves into Vanillish at level 35 and again into Vanillux at level 47, making this the steepest evolution requirement we've encountered yet in the game. But goodness, does this Pokemon make a compelling case. It's got some very good defensive stats, alright speed, and an amazing special attack, making this one of the most powerful and well-rounded Pokemon available in the entirety of the game. The biggest problem I have with this line, however, is how solely dependent it is on Ice-type moves, having a tough time learning much else even through TMs. But that being said, Ice types really do thrive in this game, especially in the latter half, so having this Pokemon on your team is going to do wonders for your type coverage. But those two knocks, that high level requirement and that single typing, I kind of can't qualify this thing as a must-have, but it's also too good to ignore at the same time, so it's up to you if you want to have something like this on your team. Don't make fun of the ice cream Pokemon. It is honestly a lot better than people give it credit for. I don't know why people are so hard on it all the frickin' time. I mean, like, yeah, I get it. Ice types get a bad rap in general just because they do a lot of things worse than other types, but gosh dang it, they're all so cool. And Vanillux is just a beast, so cut it some slack. Anyways, another new Pokemon that we actually haven't encountered before, which is cool. And this one's got a Nerve. Interesting. Not the ability I would want to have on my Joltik, but that's for another time once we actually get around to discussing that Pokemon as well. Fortunately, it does have the speed advantage. It is an electric type after all. Joltik is a very quick Pokemon, so that makes sense. And then next is going to be Dwebble. I guess I'll just go with Aqua Jet on that one, although I'm going to go for the Paralyze Heal on this turn because I know Dwebble can't re-paralyze, so that should be fine. I think after this gym is when I unlock full heals. I'm going to go buy a ton of them after the fact, so I'm not too worried. We'll be probably taking on the gym in the next episode. This episode is going to be entirely dedicated to dealing with Team Plasma. So there we go. It's Dwebble and its physical defenses, man. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because it would have survived due to sturdy anyway, but still, gosh dang it. Down you go. Beautiful. And there we are. Also, wait, was the kid was disappointed? Like, he disappointed his dad. That was so sad. He's, Dad, I couldn't win. That was like the saddest sign-off I've ever seen from a character in this game. Hello? For a few loads, send it by Pokemon. For a lot of loads, send it by ship. Use the best method for your needs. I love to imagine, like, shipping whale lords running around. That would be kind of interesting. What's up, dude? A helmet is an important tool for shock protection. It's good to let your Pokemon have one, too. And now, oh, I'm so excited. This is going to be the held item that Crush is going to be rocking for the rest of the game once we get rid of the experience share. A Rocky Helmet. Let a Pokemon hold a Rocky Helmet. The foe will also be damaged if that foe's move makes physical contact. So as if Crush wasn't already physically defensive enough, having that added to the equation is really dang good. I believe it's an eighth of the Pokemon's health, which is a lot. It's a lot more than like weather effects and whatnot. So definitely worth having on him. I am going to use that Super Repel now, which is further down here. But yeah, that Rocky Helmet's going to stay on standby for the time being, and we're definitely going to be using it as soon, like I said, as soon as we get all those just to get the experience share off of him. Anyway, sorry, I cannot think straight for a second. Let's grab this ether. And I know there's another hidden item over this way. So let's grab that. And there's also a non-hidden item as well, a protein. I think I'm going to give that one to... I'm actually going to hold on to that one for a long time, actually. And it'll make sense later. There's a dive ball that is only for catching Pokemon, water Pokemon. It's funny because the dive ball was initially meant only for Pokemon that were captured in deep waters, but they really haven't brought back random encounters in deep waters since Generation 3. So it's just for water type Pokemon. That's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, it's more meant for, like, I guess the idea. I did not mean to hit that. No, stop it. Why isn't my D-pad's not working? Hello? Oh my gosh, that was really scary. Why wasn't it working? Anyway, oh gosh, I hope I don't need to get a new controller out of this. I guess I'll switch. Fine. Naz, you can handle this. I really don't want to throw this thing up against a grass type. But yeah, it's mostly meant for like open ocean water type Pokemon, while the net ball is meant more for Pokemon that you catch while fishing. But that's really the only difference between the two. And I don't even think it really matters. I think the catch rate is the frickin' same on any water type Pokemon, regardless of which type you're using. Dive ball is just a water specific one with less utility than a net ball. Let's get rid of this Timber. And I think we are done with the trainers out here. Pretty sure. Wants to learn Reflect. Yes, indeed. All right, time to get rid of Tailwind. As nice as it's kind of been, Reflect is going to be even more handy. Now we have a lot of defenses on this Sigilyph. And there we go. All right. Let me actually do something really quickly here. I'm going to switch things around. Marty, I need you to switch with Arthur. Thank you. I just want you at the bottom because I had that issue when I ran into the triple battle and I didn't want to use you in that fight. I mean, you did a good job, but not what I intended. What's up, Charon? Levi, do you think Team Plasma could be in there? I don't like cold places, but we have to check. What a bother. I mean, I will, but I also want to check back here super fast because there's an item. Another heart scale. That's our third one in this town. I mean, I guess technically the cold storage is not part of the town, but the music says otherwise, so I don't know. Kind of hard to say. Anyways. Well, still. Is there anything more important than strength for trainers, like the champion said? Oh, we'll never understand just by thinking about it. What a bother. Let's hurry up and check the inside. All right, so we got all sorts of these guys around here. When you walk through the containers, some places are frozen, so you go sliding around. We got sliding puzzles in here. Very, very simple, although they're not super difficult, but we're going to be battling a lot of these cold storage workers as we go. So let's just get to it. I think a lot of them are still going to be rocking fighting types, even though we are in an icy place. Or Panseer, interestingly enough. I mean, that I can definitely handle with Crush. I don't think there are any hidden items in here at all, so I honestly don't need the dowsing machine out. There are a few items out in the open, though. In fact, a couple of really, really good ones that we're going to want to get. But down goes Panseer. Crush is level 33. One more level, and we can take the experience share off. I am very excited. All right, Timber. Let's go back to Naz. Almost there. Just got to hold on to those rare candies and make sure I don't actually spend them like a dummy. All right, just a side beam. We don't need to beat around the bush with air cut or anything. And it's very, very slightly inaccurate ass. But down you go. And we beat Worker Victor. I just said work. Why? I don't know why I said that. Anyway, I'm going to go up this way. There we go. And this is where things are going to get a little bit more complicated. You notice that we actually have to slide in a certain pattern, it seems. It's not that difficult. Don't worry. All of this is pretty straightforward. It's honestly less challenging than some of the ice puzzles, the slip and slidey puzzles that we've seen in some of the gyms up to this point in past generations. So let's start with a Smackdown, because that is the strongest move Crush has. Not Fury Swipes. Whatever will I do with the 1 damage per hit? See how much that does. Oh, Crush, I love you. Yeah, let's finish off with an Aqua Jet. Why not? It should actually take it out, even with the not very effective damage. Beautiful. Just got that priority. Why not? Next up is Timber, so I'm going to need to switch again. Y'all all have to have Timbers, don't you? Well, we've already fought a Pansage in Timber. We've already fought a Panseer in Timber, and this is a Panpour in Timber. So I assume there's no more of these guys, right? I would hope so. I hope we're going to see some things switching up. But hey, how come none of you are using Vanillite? None of y'all goof off and go get some ice cream on break or something like that? You're all too, well, I guess you wouldn't want ice-type Pokemon. Now that I think about it, you're in a cold place. You'd probably want Pokemon that are more likely to warm you up and actually work. But then again, I guess the Pan Sage was outside. But why is the Panpour in here? Wouldn't its water attacks just freeze solid? That can't help the situation. Worker Felipe and Girder. Now we get to see the evolved form of that unholy abomination with an even more unholy abomination. Not only do we get to see more of those armpit veins that absolutely skeeve me out, but we also get to see that this Pokemon has Muppet face and oatmeal brain. I hate it. I absolutely hate the design of this thing. It's actually honestly worse than Conkeldurr, the one that it evolves into. That one actually makes the most sense visually. Well, the muscles part do. Maybe not the face. The face is still kind of scary. But down goes Girder. And its stupid I-beam. All right. Next stop. Looks like we still only have like a couple more trainers. I don't think we need repels in here. There are no random encounters in this container, so don't worry. And wait, he said something about ice-type Pokemon? So are we actually going to fight some ice types? Because I have Smackdown just for that. Let's see. Yes! Okay, so one of you does have ice cream cones. That makes me very, very happy. That's what I've been looking forward to. So now we can take this thing on, and Vanillite is much more specially defensive than physically defensive, so Smackdown should be more than enough to take it out with ease. Also not very fast, which helps. And another Timber. Ugh. You know what? No. I'm going to stick to my guns here. We're gonna keep Crush out, and we're just going to use Aqua Jet here and see how much damage we can do. Probably should be enough. I mean, you're not evolved, so... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's going to waste his time using Rock Throw. I mean, it is funny that Rock does not resist Rock, but I guess it kind of makes sense when you think about it. How do most rocks break? By colliding and crashing and being squeezed by other rocks. So, it's literally how nature works. Anyways, we get an Ice Heal here. The one that we'll probably almost never need to use because being frozen is the least common status condition or status effect in the entire game. Status condition, yes, sorry, not effect. But another trainer here. We're almost through this place. Just sliding on by. And this guy's got 3 Pokemon. Interesting. Hopefully they're not all Timbers. If they are, I am going to switch after this one. Oh, man, we are so on the cusp of level 34. It's kind of insane. There we go. Oh, another Rock Throw. All right. No, I got to stick to my guns here. I was thinking maybe like a Strength or something like that would be... Actually, no, Strength probably would have been the play because it is stronger than Aqua Jet even with same type attack bonus. But, yep, it's all Timbers. So let's go back to Naz. And Naz can just Psybeam through all of these guys. Yeah, I don't like... You know the thing that bothers me, I think, the most is the head vein. That's the one that scares me. Anyway, yeah, don't you dare try to use Focus Punch. It's just not going to happen. Get out of here. All right, last one. And, oh, Vanillite. Okay, back to Crush we go then. No. Gosh dang it, D-pad. I think it's starting to actually fail on me. I might need to... I want to get one of those, the 8-bit dough, They have like a retro theme run. It's basically like a SNES controller, but it's actually got like the legs that you'd see on something like a GameCube controller or a DualShock. I really want that controller in particular because it's got like a good D-pad setup, but it's also got twin analogs, and it would just be perfect for things like this. Also, obviously, for playing retro games and whatnot. So my plan is to hopefully get my hand on one of those, and then I won't have to use this one again. This third-party knockoff one that probably costs like $20, if even that. Anyway, let's grab that. Hyper Potion. Thank you. This is probably actually more like $10. And now, I think there's someone down here. Hold on. Charon. Oh, is someone in there? Oh, in the container. Let's assume yes. Shall we go then? Let's do it. Oh, that's a lot of sock heads. All of you, huddle around me. I can't take this cold. That's amazing. Whatever. I can't believe we're really hiding. It's a bother, but if you're cold, shall I show you outside? Pokemon are our king's friends. While we're taking care of them, we can't let any harm come to them here. Everyone, drive these intruders away. Understood, Zinzalin of the Seven Sages. Put them up, because here we come. All right, so this is how this is going to work. We're going to need to each take care of 4 grunts. Charon gets the 4 on the left. I get the 4 on the right. Let's begin. I think if we try to talk to the ones on the left, they just say something at us. They just go like, rah! But no, I'm not going to do anything like that. We're just going to take them all on individually. So let's start with this Watchog here. And I think I am going to use Smackdown instead of Aqua Jet, at least to start, just to see how much damage this does. Super Fang! I mean, at least you can't be one-shot by that, but that's still an annoying move to deal with. Okay, there's that. Now let's use Aqua Jet. Try to finish this thing off before it actually strikes back. And there we go. Is that enough to push Crush to level 34? Almost. Scraggy. Okay, Fighting and Dark type. I'm going to switch. But that should be enough to make Crush level 34, and then I can just stop the leveling. We can focus on Naz and Arthur and why am I forgetting? Naz and Arthur. Yeah, just Naz and Arthur. Sorry, I don't know why I was thinking there was anybody else. We only have 3 at the moment. Anyway, down you go. Crush gets level 34. BU tough full. 3 levels to go, and we have 2 rare candies on tap. Pokemon that work with people may look like they're having fun, but the truth is they're suffering. There's no doubt about it, because I say so. Because that's just what I think. That's just what I think. It's just the way I am. It's just how I think. I have proof. I have proof. I have the texts. I have stop the count. I have the texts. Don't try to challenge me on this belief that the Pokemon are just suffering. They just are. They just are. What we need is to get Pokemon suffering back in the schools. Okay, I'll stop. Stop with the jokes. I will stop. Let's just fight this Liepard and continue. I have Naz out in front, which is probably not the best decision necessarily, but whatever. We'll just take the fake out here at the beginning. Oh, it didn't actually use it. Wow. Why wouldn't you at every opportunity? I guess just to get that super effective damage in there. There we go. Come on, Air Cutter, don't miss. Appreciate it. And down goes Liepard. All this ranting. See, the problem with Team Plasma isn't their belief system, because that's fine. You know, they are absolutely allowed to believe what they believe. The problem with them is that they are intolerant of everybody else's beliefs. I mean, I don't think that's a surprise here. It's not like I'm spoiling anything. It's just the way that they're behaving. It's obvious. That's what makes them villains. Everyone's like, oh, it's PETA. And I guess in that regard, yeah, it's true, because PETA's kind of the same way, too. They're just super intolerant. And not just intolerant, but like very bad at justifying their own arguments, I suppose. They don't back it up with a lot of credible information and like peer-reviewed studies and all that sort of stuff. It's just kind of like claims. Like, you can't just say things and that's the way they are. Team Plasma's less of an activist organization and more of a cult, if that makes sense. So anyway, last 2 Pokemon. I know Sandile's a dark type, but I'm just going to use Air Cutter because Sandile's specialty is not special defense, so I'm not too worried about this. Let's just take you out like this. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Down you go. Wonderful. And then Watchog. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep you out. Hopefully this Watchog doesn't try to do anything really brutal that like one-shots you, Naz, but we do at least have the speed advantage in this scenario. Almost got. Hey, and we got the extra confusion. Can you knock yourself out? That is amazing. Goodbye. I love it. Good experience. Take something away, I will take it back. Remember that. See, that's the problem, is you guys just are only one way about this. So cold. How could I win when I'm shivering so hard? And look who it is. Well, I'll be hiding in a chilly old place like this. You guys take those Pokemon robbers. Roger. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. You said robber, and that's just what I heard. And anyway, come on. And I love this. All of these guys take like this. They take like 2 grunts at a time. This guy gets 3. What a Chad. This guy's got 1 in the 7 Sage. But I don't even know if the 7 Sages are any threat. They don't seem to have any Pokemon. They just talk a lot. You guys ain't so bad. Yep, promise is a promise. Come on, challenge my gym. Whatever, Team Plasma's ideal, separating people and Pokemon. It's exactly the same as not having any Pokemon in this world at all. That's a bunch of a waste of oxygen. Damn, Sharon. Levi, it's cold, so I'm getting out of here. All right, well, you do that. I'm going to grab this item really quickly. I do have a jacket on, so kind of okay. And we get a Never Melt Ice, the ice equivalent of the Miracle Seed Soft Sand Black Glasses. You get the point. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon White. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much. In the next episode, we are going to be challenging Clay's Gym, getting ourselves the 5th gym badge. I hope you're all looking forward to it, and I will see you all in the next one.